They dropped him right there.
Is this what you're expecting on a weekly basis?
I don't know about weekly, but I'm sure we'll draw a little bit of attention from time to time this year.
What's going to be the biggest part of your transition? You've gone to a new team before.
Well, I mean, I think, it probably from the outside appears this is going to be a cinch. We got a bunch of great players who come together and we'll win 60-something games and go in as a contender. But, it's going to be a big challenge for us. So many personalities and dominant players to try to find a cohesion and understanding is going to be a big challenge for the players. Accepting roles, sacrificing. It's going to be a challenge for the coaches to find the best way for us to play. And it's going to be a challenge for me. I mean, I think, having played one way more or less for 8 years to come in and play a different way with different players is going to be a big challenge. But it's one that I'm thrilled to be a part of and open-minded as I go into this.
Do you think people need to be aware that there could be an adjustment period for you in particular, as you just mentioned, your transition?
I don't care what people are aware of. This is a path that I've signed up for and can't wait to embark on. Whether I come out of the gates feeling like I've always belonged to, or whether it takes me time, that's just whatever the journey presents, and I want to accept that and embrace it and grow from it. So, this is, for me, it's about the guys on the team and trying to find a way for us to be the best possible team we can be. And outside perspectives, will come and go, but the work we put in every day is going to be what lasts. So I'm excited for it.
Steve, your name didn't emerge until very late in the process, like the day that you actually made the decision. And we kind of heard that you were close or something in New York. Was it in fact going longer with the Lakers? Had you talked to them for longer than that, or was it really that late?
Really, I spoke to Mitch about 12:05 after the deadline. So the ball was rolling, but very, very slowly at that point for a lot of factors, a lot of reasons. So, I probably took about 30 hours before it became a serious possibility, and then it took another 30-some hours before it was, agreed upon. And maybe I missed a few hours in there. There was some back and forth, obviously, with the Suns as well. But it was something that was in motion from the beginning.
What changed things at the end that brought you to
to be honest, at the time, it was difficult to think about coming to the Lakers because of the history I've had playing against them. But the number one reason why I couldn't pass the opportunity up was my children being so close in Phoenix. And frankly, since that was the kind of the tipping point for me deciding to come to the Lakers. But since then, I've become increasingly excited about the opportunity. So,
Steve, have you ever seen anything like this in terms of this media reaction?
I guess you get a little bit used to it. We had some contending teams in Phoenix, and All-Star games always have a lot of media. So, I imagine that we're going to, like I said, draw a little bit of attention from time to time.
How do you manage the expectations of fans? They're going to expect you guys to go in there and beat everybody.
Like I said, I think for me, my expectations are to prepare to play and perform and build a team. And when you're concentrating on that, you don't focus on what other people's expectations are. You set your own standard, you set your own expectations, and you try to live up to those every day.
I know you're a veteran, but come on, Kobe Bryant and Dwight Howard and Pau Gasol, and how do you, at night, what do you think about when you think of that?
I'm excited. I don't think about those guys at night.
Come on, you sit around thinking about what's going on this season.
I'm excited. What can I say? This is an incredible opportunity. We got a great roster. Some obviously terrific players and people and personalities. So it's all there for us. We just got to find a way to make it work.
How do Kobe and Dwight get along? 2A personalities. People are saying you're going to be the middleman. How do you know both these guys? How are they going to play together?
Well, I think that both feel very blessed to play with each other. So, I think Kobe, especially at this stage of his career, has an unlimited amount of appreciation to have a center Dwight's ability that can control the paint, on the floor. And I think think, for Dwight, it's a pleasure to play with somebody that can take the pressure off him, that can create his own shot, that can take the shot at the end of the game. Dwight can concentrate on being a center that just racks up big numbers and makes it difficult for the other team. And rely on Kobe to do all the finishing.
Steve,
So you think both of them will come
Do
along?
you feel like you've always been in great shape? Do you feel like at your age you still can do what you've usually done?
I plan on it. I feel as good as I've ever felt. So we'll see if that's the truth or if Father Time's catching up with me. But I have to say I feel as good as I've ever felt.
Steve, do you think this is the best member you had in your career?
The best pardon?
Best member you had in your
Best opportunity?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never played on a team with this much talent or balance. I've been on some very good teams, but to have a front line like this and have a Kobe Bryant on the roster as well is phenomenal. So this is probably the best chance I've ever had.
Have they gone over? Have they gone over?
Have you wrapped your head around playing for a team you probably love to hate for the last?
It's like I said, at first it was difficult, but then when I started to think about it, Kobe Bryant, Paul Gasol, Dwight Howard. It's Southern California. It kind of ticks all the boxes, so it's not. It's not an awful situation.
Do you have an idea of what kind of? They've talked about the Princeton offense. They've talked about maybe a hybrid, and then of course your game is so unique. Do you have a background already with the coaching staff, or do you start that tomorrow?
No, I've spoke to them. I've had an opportunity to get a little bit of a head start, and it's exciting. I have to have an open mind. It's going to be a change for me no matter what we do, just by the dynamics, the players, the roster. So, the colors, everything's going to be different. So I'm going to have to adjust, and I just try to put myself in the best position to be healthy and to be able to play at a high level, so that the adjustment isn't that difficult.
That takes time to build, but all of you guys are getting up there. Do you have time to build chemistry?
Yeah, I'm getting up there, but I'm not going to be, in geriatric ward before the All-Star break. So I think we have time. I'm signed for 3 years. I plan on playing at a high level for 3 years. I plan on this team, being a terrific team and a contender by the end of this season. But I'm not putting any deadlines on anything. I would have stopped playing a long time ago if I did that.
How do you foresee your pick and roll game working in the Princeton offense?
Well, I think the Princeton offense has a lot of pick and rolls. So, I think more so than the pick and roll game, the Princeton offense is about making all 5 guys a threat, all 5 guys, reading and reacting and making it difficult for the defense. And pick and rolls will be a part of that. But we'll also have pick and roll sets outside of that. So, it's not going to be like Phoenix where, 4 out of 5 times down the court we're running a pick and roll. We have a lot of options and a lot of players here to do a lot of different things. So, we're all going to have to adjust and find a way to make each other better.
Miami called it a couple years ago. This all work.
What's that?
How do you, as the point guard, how do you make this all work?
It's going to just take hard work, just thinking and committing and understanding and being open-minded and being willing to adjust and sacrifice and try to, find the best possible way to make this thing work. Having said that, I don't want to make it sound like it's too complicated. We have terrific players, and it should be very possible to make each other better.
Do you have to maybe even, if you have to say something to Kobe or say something to Dwight as a veteran, you have to say what you got to say?
Yeah, we're all grown men, or at least grown boys, and we've been through this before. We understand that. I think everyone will understand that our motives are pure. We're not out here to do anything but win and make the group better. So if we have to have heart-to-hearts from time to time, if voices are raised, that's part of being a team and building a team.
Steve, with all the talent and
Wrap it up here, guys.
With all the talent and experience this team has, how do you like your chances against Oklahoma City and Miami?
Well, I believe in this group. I haven't even set foot on the court as a team yet, but I believe we have some great pieces and we can find a way to build a championship caliber team. Having said that, Miami's the team to beat and Oklahoma City is the team to beat in the West. So that's our measuring stick. We got to find a way to eclipse those teams.